Hi everybody, this is Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins. Okay, so I named a lot of great things about the Suzuki Book Series, right? You get better, it's really easy to learn, the books are really supported, the songs are fun, okay? A lot of great reasons. But what are the downsides? Okay, so really the only downside I think to the books is that it's a good and bad. So they tend to notate the music with fingerings instead of note names, okay? So in the beginning, when you're playing like Twinkle Twinkle, they'll tell you open, open, 1, open, 3, and so on and so forth, okay? Now, when you're beginning, and this is why I really recommend the books, especially for beginners, that is really easy, because if you're not a musician already, you're not familiar with, A flat, C sharp, G natural, whatever. You're not familiar with that kind of thinking. And so that's kind of an impediment to you reading music. So in the beginning books, they make it super easy by just putting the fingerings, okay? But ultimately, you do have to learn your note names. If you don't, then, well, it's going to be your Achilles heel. You're going to be hindered quite a lot by not knowing, oh, this is an A, this is a B, this is a whatever, right? So you really want to know that. And the Suzuki books tend to not write those note names in. They tend to just rely on fingerings, right? And then training by ear. So my suggestion is that if you use the Suzuki method or the Suzuki books, that knowing that all you have to do is just kind of, take ownership a little bit and then start, doing some things to kind of help yourself. So I have a few suggestions for that. Okay, so number one is even in the beginning, when you're playing the easy stuff, right? Like Twinkle or Lightly Row or whatever, just, write in some of the note names for the open strings, right? So identify what they look like on the music, G, D, A, E, right? Just identify what those look like on the staff, those 5 lines, and then once in a while, just write them in, okay? So you get really, really good at identifying A, E, F, 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 E, E, right? You know the open strings that you're playing, okay? So you get really good at that. So once you get really good at identifying the open strings, then you can start writing in some of the other notes that are around them, right? So if you've got an E, right, then you can start identifying notes right below it, like a D, right? So, and then you're like, oh, this D is the same as this D. Okay, this is the same D, except they're an octave apart, okay? So just start writing in some of the other ones. So after a while, you just kind of gradually will know, oh, okay, this is my open string. These are the notes that are around my open strings. I know intuitively how far apart they are from the open strings, write them in occasionally. So you start to kind of make that connection. Now, another thing is that once you start getting into, third position, right? So once you start getting into third position, well then the notes are going to be written above that top line in the staff. And so it's going to be harder and harder to try to figure out what those notes are. So you should always write them in. Just don't say, oh, it's a fourth finger in third position, or it's a first finger in third position. You should know what that letter name is of those notes that are above the staff. Okay, so the other benefit to writing the note names in that are above the staff instead of just going by fingerings is that at some point you'll need some help knowing what they sound like, right? So if you know something is it's a fourth finger on the E string in third position, okay, well, how do I know that's the right pitch? How do I know that? Well, I know that is a D. Okay, so if I know it's a D, I can just find the lower D. And it is a D, yeah. Okay. I'm a violist. Give me a break, okay? I'm walking here. Okay, so you find that D. Okay, so now I found that D, which is easy because it's just third finger in first position. Okay, then I just match it. And then I can also match it with this one. All right, so I got a D down here, I got a D here, and I got a D here. Okay, so you're gonna have pitches that are, up in the stratosphere, you know, whatever. Well, what pitch is that? I don't know. I'm playing between the cracks. But if you know what the name of it is, the letter name, then you can match that with a lower octave, and that'll help you get it in tune. So in summation, if you can play Suzuki Book 3 or 4, you can play just about anything that you want, you know, and how well you play it is just determined on how much you practice, right? How focused you are or whatever. But it's a really good goal to learn books 1 through 3 or 1 through 4 if you are interested in other types of music, because it's going to give you the skills to be able to help you do that. So guys, that's about it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, I know sometimes picking a book series can be controversial. So yeah, I don't know. Might be some haters putting some stuff in the comments. Who knows? But you know. But if you have some comments or questions or whatever for me, please ask me. I answer just about all the questions that I get. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, with that, I hope you guys have a good time practicing and have a great day.